What if I told you that a simple 25-cent coin sitting in your pocket, hiding in a drawer, or lying around in your piggy bank could actually be worth thousands, or even tens of thousands, of dollars? Yes, we're talking about the 1999 Delaware State Quarter. This tiny coin, often overlooked, could be your golden ticket to a huge payday. It's not just any quarter, it's the very first coin released in the famous 50-state quarters program. And while millions were made, some of them turned out to be so rare, so special, and so valuable, that collectors today are paying massive amounts of money to get their hands on them. Some of these coins have sold for hundreds. Others have sold for thousands. And a few have even gone for over $20,000. Now that's not something you expect from spare change. Let's take a step back. In 1999, the U.S. Mint began a new series called the 50-State Quarters Program. This was a big deal. Each U.S. state would be honored with its own unique quarter. Delaware, being the first state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, was naturally chosen to be the first state honored in the series. The coin features Caesar Rodney riding a horse. This image shows him on his famous 70-mile ride in the rain to cast a key vote for American independence. It's a piece of history in your hand. But while most people just saw it as another quarter, collectors were watching closely, and looking for the rarest and most valuable versions of this coin. The 1999 Delaware quarter was made at the Philadelphia Mint, with a huge number of coins, about 373 million, produced. That's a lot, and most of those coins are common. In used condition, they are worth just face value, 25 cents. But when you look at coins in perfect condition or with special errors, that's where the magic begins. A regular 1999 Delaware quarter in perfect mint state condition, meaning it has never been used and has no damage, can be worth up to $1,500. These coins are usually graded by experts, and those with grades like MS-67 or MS-68 are the ones collectors really want. A grade of MS-68 is very rare for this quarter, and finding one like that could turn your average day into an amazing one. Now here's where it gets exciting. Some of these Delaware quarters were made with minting mistakes, errors that happened at the U.S. Mint. And these errors make the coins even more valuable. One of the most famous errors is called the spitting horse error. On these coins, you'll see a raised line coming out of the horse's mouth, making it look like the horse is spitting. It's caused by a die crack, and while it might seem like a small thing, collectors love it. A clear spitting horse error can sell for $20, $50, or even more if the coin is in great condition. People online are constantly showing off their finds, and the spitting horse error has become one of the most searched for coin mistakes among collectors. But that's just the beginning. Some 1999 Delaware quarters were struck on the wrong kind of metal. For example, a few were struck on nickel planchets, the metal pieces used to make 5-cent coins. These quarters are smaller and lighter than usual, and because they were made in error, they're very rare. One of these oddball coins sold for around $500. Then, there are coins that were made on experimental planchets, metal blanks that were being tested for the upcoming Sacagawea golden dollar. These coins are golden in color, even though they are quarters. If you ever find a golden-looking Delaware quarter, don't spend it. It could be one of these rare test coins, and one of them sold for about $3,000. Now let's talk about the king of all Delaware quarter errors, the mule error. This is an extremely rare mistake where the front side of the coin is from one type of coin, and the back side is from another. In the case of the 1999 Delaware mule error, one was found with the front of a Washington quarter and the back of a Sacagawea dollar. This kind of mix-up should never happen, and it's one of the most amazing errors ever found. One of these rare mule coins sold for over $20,000. Imagine finding one of those in your change. Even if your Delaware quarter doesn't have an error, it can still be worth money if it's in perfect shape. Uncirculated coins, meaning coins that have never been used, are worth more. If your coin has no scratches, no dents, and still shines like the day it was made, it could be worth $10, $20, or even a few $100s if it gets a high grade. Coin grading companies like PCGS and NGC can grade your coin, and collectors trust these grades when buying valuable coins. Some collectors also look for proof coins. These are special coins made for collectors only. They are not released into regular circulation. They are extra shiny, with sharp details and mirror-like surfaces. A proof 1999 Delaware quarter, especially in silver, can also be worth a lot. One perfect silver proof coin sold for over $17,000. These coins usually come from proof sets and were never meant to be used as regular money. So, why are people paying so much for these coins? It comes down to a few things: rarity, condition, and demand. Rare coins are hard to find, and collectors will pay top dollar to own one. Coins with errors are rare by nature, since mistakes don't happen often. Coins in perfect condition are also rare, because most coins get scratched and worn very quickly. And when lots of people want the same rare coin, the price goes up. Collectors love the 1999 P Delaware quarter not only because it's the first coin in the 50-state series, but also because of all these exciting and rare versions that exist. There are stories all over the internet of people finding valuable coins in rolls from the bank, in their change, or hidden away in a jar at home. Some people didn't even know their coin was valuable until someone else pointed it out. That's why it's so important to check your change carefully. You never know what might be hiding there. There's also a strong community of collectors who love talking about their finds online. On forums like Reddit, people post pictures of their coins and ask others for help. Sometimes, they've found real treasures without even realizing it. One person found a Delaware quarter with strange markings, and others quickly told them it was a spitting horse error. Others have found quarters with weird colors, unusual shapes, or double images, all of which can increase value. It's like a treasure hunt, and anyone can play. Even if you don't find a coin worth thousands, collecting coins like the Delaware quarter can still be fun and rewarding. It teaches you about history, geography, and even how coins are made. It's also a great hobby to do with your family. Kids love searching through coins, and it's exciting when you find something unusual. Plus, who wouldn't want to turn a boring quarter into a stack of cash? To sum it all up, the 1999 P Delaware State Quarter is one of the most exciting coins in the United States Mint's 50-state quarter series. While many of them are common and worth just face value, certain versions with rare errors or perfect condition can be worth big money. We're talking hundreds, thousands, or even more than $20,000. From the famous spitting horse error to coins struck on the wrong metal, and even coins with the wrong design altogether, this one little quarter has captured the attention of collectors across the country. So next time you get change at the store or dig through a jar of coins, take a second look at those quarters. You might be holding on to a small piece of history that's worth a fortune. And wouldn't that be a story worth telling?